Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Hamstermind. I guess we're heading down to A7. Actually, didn't I just unlock a wall in D3? We'll go and look at that later. Okay, let's see. One question mark, 5 question mark. A light beam pointing at a scarab straight up the pyramid. Okay, I'll have to think about that later. There's another translation puzzle. Let's take my face off so I can get reminded of what the there's a circle on the end, so I assume no, the circle means 0 is acceptable, so it's not that. One bar with a circle on the end, one bar without. So it does seem to be affected by the count. Square with an open circle on one bit of it. I got a bar and I got 2 simple curves, one of which is circle. Okay, but why? Filled circle. Okay, I think I may need a bit of assistance. Let's see what this says. Once opened, this door contains a glyph like this one, which explains how the symbol mechanic on the door works. The goal is to discover the game's rules on your own. Consulting the explanation of the mechanics should therefore only be done if you are stuck after many attempts. I see, these are the explanations. I will check them if I get too stuck. I wonder what... That filled circle, I feel should have a meaning related to the open circle, which was sort of to do with counting somehow. I'm going to try this puzzle again. Assuming position doesn't matter. Now 0 works. One does not work. So are we counting the number of crossings? Zero does not work. 2 does not work. 1 does work. Its number of crossings, I need 1 straight with a 1, 1 with a 2 and 1 with a 0. So it's so the 2 ones won't work. Okay, so that makes sense. So with this one, I have 2 things crossing over the square, 1 present with a cross, and the other things don't have the circles on them, so they probably don't care what the numbers are, or do they? That's an interesting point. So if I put in the square, so that has 2 crossings. That one has 1. Set that one to 1 and think it should ignore it. No, it doesn't. Okay, so if there's no circle, I have to not set the numbers. Fine. which means I'm not counting the number of crossings. Straight line to the left. Okay. No, I really have no thoughts at all as to what this one could be. I can do a random guess, but that's literally all that it is. There'll be 3 ones, 3 eyes, one of them with a 1. Okay, 2 of them with a 1 and the other one with 0. So I'm thinking the filled in circle makes you count the intersections for all the other things of the same type. In which case this gives the same answer as before, except it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because they're obviously guessable, but I don't know what rule I'm following. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, spikes. So that kind of has to be the right move because it was the only move possible. But the air blows that out. Well, that's about half the course. We got there by fiddling. That was not really thinking it out in advance. It was just find out which moves don't instantly finish me off. Okay, let's see. So that would open the yellow gates. How does that help? That opens the red gate. Close but not quite. I need the top section to be rotated for one space, I think. Okay, let's go to D3 where I think there's a passage that should lead somewhere. Surprise, surprise, it leads to D4, more scare than harm. Let's try some scarabs. Teleporting. Well, the obvious thing is to go that way. Doesn't work. Okay, so I have to try and get into the orange from below, which means I probably have to try and get through the wall on the bottom row of this. Let's see what happens this way. That unfortunately has lost me the spikes on that side. Let's try this again. Let's Let's have a look at this tile puzzle. Now I thought this space wing, the mechanic was that we could move them, and I guess the teleports are also mechanic. Okay, that was reasonably straightforward. Just have a look and see what D5 looks like, but I think I'll give it a go. Ooh. Right, so the scorpion either has to enter the blue from above, which he can't do, or has to come down after the scarab is in place. Right, scarab is in place. Scorpion and snake. How many scarabs is that? 27. And I need 30 to be allowed to read the hint. Translation puzzle, if I decide to do so. I would kind of like to be on the other side of that block. No, I wouldn't. Now all I have to do is get out. Ah. Oh, I rotated that. That was silly. Get back. Actually, I just have to rotate this one. I don't have to go all the way around the houses. Okay, I think that's a reasonable place to call it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back again with some more. Bye.